How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Highly Opinionated. I got my boy Fresh to the right of me.
Fresh.
Summertime here.
Summertime. I'm for the streets this year.
Nigga said I'm from the streets. I ain't gonna lie, cause we've been locked up for a couple years. I feel like this is the first official no COVID summer type vibe. Because I feel like last year was, but it don't really count. I know the summer here when my ex-moms hit me up.
What she hitting you up for?
I mean, yeah, my ex-mother shouldn't be hitting me up, right?
Your ex-moms?
Yeah. Like my ex's mother.
Why is she hitting you up?
Bro, she hit me up every year like clockwork, bro, to invite me to like a family vacation.
Oh, nah. Fuck your family. Fuck you
Nah, I
and
like
your
her.
family. Nah.
She a nice woman, bro. She hit me up every year, bro. Literally the same time, around like from June 15th to like June 25th.
Nah, that's that fake love. She trying to reminisce. Nah, it's
Yeah,
over.
bro. It was the best thing that ever happened to her daughter, bro.
She hitting you up yearly. Nah. What happened throughout the year?
But she just always tell me like, hey, how you doing? Like, I miss you. You know, we going on vacation this year. Would you like to come?
You went to any?
Hell no, I ain't going no vacation.
Why not?
Cause bro, it's over. I'm not your son-in-law, miss.
I thought it was a thing. Like, okay.
You know what's kind of funny? I feel like when she writes me, she low-key be throwing shade on her daughter.
Of course.
Like, I don't know why she do that, though. That's her daughter. Like, I don't know.
Nah, parents sometimes they know best. So she probably know, like, nah, he was a real one. My daughter fucked up.
This is my whole thing about my ex and her mom's relationship, though. She used to say that her mother was jealous of her. And I used to be like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, that sounds crazy. But at the same time, I'm like, her mom do be kind of acting a little jealous of her, bro. Like, she do be throwing shade. She do be telling all her business. Like, every time her daughter have an accomplishment, she do kind of be shading her, bro. How you keeping her ex updated with information? Like, that has nothing to do with me.
Nothing
to do with me. Like, and I dad feel bad because I used to tell her that she was crazy. I'm like, your mom is not jealous of you. But now that I think about it, maybe she was. And even writing me every year, I'm not gonna lie, I would feel away. If that was my mother, I'd be like, nah, you're not about to keep writing my ex to invite him to the family vacation.
It depends how the breakup went down.
Bro, a lot of the breakup was because her mom was involved. So, you know, it makes sense now.
But the mom was the issue?
For her, you know what I'm saying? Like, the mom was the issue for her because she felt like her mom was just always down her back and she was just always giving me praise.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't control that. I even limited how I reacted with her moms, like how I talked to her mother and how I reacted around her, and it still was a problem. So,
yeah.
But I don't like to get into other people's family business. That's not my problem. I just like the offer that you're offering to invite me to this family vacation. Who don't want to be appreciated and brought in and loved by your ex's family? Because it lets you know that you did everything right. And if you like me more than you like your own kid, I think I won. Like, I'm always going to be her mom's favorite. Supposedly, my ex don't even let her mom talk to her boyfriend just because of the situation that we had. She feel like she don't want it to repeat itself where he's so comfortable with her and it starts problems in their relationship.
She know her mom is a smut.
Bro, you cannot talk about people's mothers like that, bro.
Yeah, you can.
I'm sorry, Miss Destiny. I know you don't watch this show, but please, if you do, he ain't mean it like that.
Nah, this is the year of transparency. So if you see something, call it for what it is.
I mean, I wouldn't call her mom a smut, bro. That's kind of strong.
It is. Words are strong.
I mean, most women, I feel like, that get older have an attraction to younger men. You know what I'm saying? But they don't acknowledge it. So maybe her mom was just like, hey, back in my day, I probably would have scooped you up too. I would never cross that line. I've known people that have crossed that line. But I feel like hooking up with your girlfriend or your ex's mother is crazy.
Yeah, that's foul.
Like, you gotta draw the line. Because when I be on TikTok and it be like stories of people hooking up with other people's family members, I'm like, yo, I never did that. I've done some grimy shit in my life, bro. But when I tell you, I have literally never hooked up with a family member. Like your sister, your guard sister, your cousin, maybe a friend.
That's
but I've never
that's a whole different caliber.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do that. And I know people that have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this one girl who hooked up with her ex's father.
What?
That's crazy. That's disrespectful. That's fatherless behavior. My father? You really hooked up with my dad? This is my dad.
Who is it, Jennifer?
Yo, why you always saying names on this podcast, bro? No.
It's crazy.
This
like,
nigga be snitching, yo. Like, damn.
it's accountability. Like, we call it names. It's transparency.
Nah, that's too much transparency, bro.
He said, "Who Jennifer did what?"
Yo, you be ODing.
Where?
Yo, he always calling out names on the pod. Like, I don't understand it. Like,
Well,
just,
you could bleep it out when you edit it. Like, come on.
nah, bro, because then people gonna be like, oh, say their name, say their name.
And I did. So it's like they go praise me for that. I did what was needed to be done.
It's wild though, because if you think about it, when people get into relationships, they go out and tell the world their version of you or what happened.
Yeah.
So nobody ever really know how fucked up you are, because they gonna just give anybody a version of you that probably don't really exist, which is crazy. Like, that's the worst thing I don't like about not being cool with people no more. Because it's like, you dead ass gonna go tell the world a series of events happened that never really even happened. I think that's a little foul. I just feel like if you do break up with somebody or you not cool with somebody no more, y'all should just go your separate ways. Like, one of my friends is dating my ex right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even mad at it because it's the ex that stabbed me. So it's like, I'm fine with it. Like, at some point, she gonna kill that nigga. But at the same time, I be like, damn, bro, you really dating my ex. He not my friend right now, but we're associates. But it's like, wow, bro. That whole time you watched me date my ex for like 3 years. Now you're dating her? And you thought I wasn't going to find out?
Yeah, they savage out here.
What's wild is that when you falling for a person and you getting to know them, your friends are getting to know them too. So when y'all break up, can you really be surprised if somebody hooks up with your ex? I mean, yeah, if they your friend, no. But some people be like, yo, fuck friendship, bro. I'm trying to be with you.
I remember my ex, bleep, he started dating.
Nigga try to bleep his old shit out.
He said, I remember when my ex, bleep, started dating my friend, ex. And like, they made it a thing where they started to fuck around and they started to date. And I'm like, wow, like, I was just fucking with my ex and my friend was fucking with his ex and they just decided to come together and make this holy matrimony like it's a thing. I'm like, I know they talking mad shit about us. But how y'all even form that relationship? Like,
I mean, forming relationships over people you don't like is crazy. Like, how do you get into a relationship knowing that you only got in that relationship because you don't fuck with me or in somebody else? How is your relationship supposed to survive?
Like, it's built on hate.
It gotta be built on hate. Like, you telling me you came from all the way over there with everybody else in the world, and you came from all the way over there and y'all got together, and it's only because y'all purely hate the people that y'all was with? Come on, bro, that's crazy.
That's why I don't jock it. Like, I don't even say we dated. I should take that back. That was a little test trial.
Yeah, because when you do something like that and at that level of betrayal, can you even say that y'all was like really together? And I was dating you and you went and dated my arch enemy. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't do that. So we're going to have to erase the whole relationship.
The whole relationship. Because they say after like 12 months, it's like erased.
What you mean?
It never happened. So like you could take it off the bucket list. Not the bucket list, but you could just take it off the chart. Like, you
Bro,
have
you
to count
cannot
that as
do
a
that.
body. Yeah, you can.
That's literally like somebody erasing their wholeness. Like, oh, I'm going to erase everybody I slept
It
with.
happens every day.
They lying to themselves.
Themselves, but to the person, they believe it. So it's like, hey.
Whoever you sleep with or you date, you got to just take that L and learn that lesson.
Nah, like Bible verses, they get thrown out every day, B.
Nah.
They get thrown out every day.
They do be re-editing the Bible, though. They do be re-editing the Bible. That's kind of foul. You're right, though. But still, bro, whatever happened, you got to respect that it just happened.
So you was proud of all your exes?
Hell no. I took some L's in my relationship. I've been in 4 real relationships in my life, and everything else was kind of like me messing around. But I don't care, bro. I call them all my shorties. Y'all was all my girls. So if y'all watching, I love all y'all. At some point, even if you was my side joint or you was just like somebody I was talking to, I call you my ex.
Jesse, Becky, Christina,
Melina, Susan, Monica. Like, I'm not erasing no exes, bro. And it's crazy because the wildest ex situation I think I've been in when I was dating this girl, probably for like 4 months. It was this dude that was like her friend. But one day she went to like a family reunion and she claimed he was there. She found out that was her cousin. So since the family reunion, it was kind of chilling more and more and more. And it started making me be like, what? And then one of my mans called me like, yo, bro, I just seen her coming out the movies kissing him. I beat his ass, bro. And I know that's the lamest shit you could ever do is fight over a woman. But at the same time, it was just like how y'all did it, I couldn't accept it. You cheated with a dude that was close to both of us, but I thought he was your cousin. And instead of you just saying, hey, I'm interested in him, you went off and snuck off. So I had to whip his ass. And honestly, fighting over a woman is an L. I don't think no man should fight over a woman. I think he should only fight to protect her.
Yeah,
but
fight
everything
for.
else is crazy. Yeah, you could fight for her, but over her is crazy. Like, she really told me, like, yeah, this is my cousin. And I'm just fine with them chilling because I'm like, okay, I just found out y'all family. Like, that's a little bit embarrassing. I think liars in relationships are crazy, but it just depends on what you lie about. Like, some people lie about small shit. Like, oh, you look good in that dress. You look good in that outfit. But then there's some people that's like lying about somebody that like comments on their post every day. Like, if a nigga is commenting on your post every day and I'm like, yo, who is this? And you be like, oh, it's nobody. Like, that's just a friend. And then you hook up with that said friend. I think that's wild.
That's the fucked up part. Like, I know I'm not a good liar, so when it comes to honesty, I'm big on it. So if somebody asks me, "Oh, how does dress look?" I'm gonna tell you how it look because I don't want the year to pass and you pull up the picture and be like, "Oh, why did I wear this?" Rah rah rah, and I'll be like, "I told you the truth." So I tell them what it is, like flat out. I don't have no time to recap and think of the lie I once told a person. I'll tell them what it is at that point in time.
Because there's nothing worse than like lying and then you get caught up in a lie. And sometimes the lie got to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, what's for? Like,
Nobody got time for that, bro.
I don't like that dress. Take it off. Well,
And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing with dudes because dudes' egos is
But
crazy.
if my honesty is what ended this relationship, then by all means, you could just walk. That's what I feel.
You say that shit until you in love, nigga.
I swear.
Nah, exactly.
I swear.
Because when you in love, bro, you ain't even saying none of that.
But see, when you for the streets, you could talk like this. Like, I can talk spicy.
Lying and shit like that about little white lies to make them feel better, it's like, okay. Because women love coming to us like, look at my nails, look at my feet, look at this, look at that. Do you like them? And it's like, truthfully, I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't think I really notice nails. Like, they look nice as a package, but I never in my life was like, yo, I can't wait to shorty get her nails and her feet done. That ain't never been a conversation I ever had. But when they got them on and they got the outfit and they looking nice and the hair's done and the makeup's right, yes, you look like a complete package. But just in my brain, if you come and show me your nails, I definitely don't care.
I remember one time when I was at work, my coworker was like, "Oh, look at my nails. Do you like them?" No. I told her, like, I don't like them. And she looked at me like shocked, like she expected a whole different answer from me. I'm like, "No, I don't like them. I don't like that color." Hey, she didn't say nothing. She was just tight. But you asked me my opinion, and I gave you my opinion.
First of all, why would you give her your opinion?
No, she asked me my opinion on her nails.
But why would you give her your real opinion?
Because you asked me my opinion. Nah, if you want me to lie, you should give me like a disclosure. Like, it's okay to tell me the truth or don't tell me the OD truth. Just, tell me something cute. Okay.
But we got to be able to accept that same energy. Because I feel like a lot of dudes, like, their ego is fragile. Can you imagine walking in, seeing your girl, you just got a haircut, right? You looking fly, haircut all lined up. And you walk in and you like, yeah, babe, like, yeah, he did my shit right this time. And she just be like, nah, no, he didn't. Like, yo, the relationship done. The relationship is done in that moment, bro. You know what that's gonna do to a dude ego?
Well,
nah, he cheating that night. He cheating that same night, bro.
I remember even my old coworker, she asked me a question. She was like, "Oh, she played the guess my age game."
Oh, nah, you don't play that.
No, I played. Yeah, I played that game because like.
Because if you go too high, you look crazy. I feel like when women say, guess my age, we always got to aim low because that's the goal.
No, I was aiming for the age.
You was actually playing the game.
I was playing the game. I was going for the age.
I'm not playing the game, bro. She be like, how old do I look? I always stay in the 29 to like 30 realm.
She was like 45. I think she's about to be like 46 now. But I guessed it was like 39, 40. And she's like, ew, bitch, bastard. I'm like, that's close. I was like, that's close enough.
When women ask you about their age, they don't want to actually hear your real opinion. They want you to say that they look illegal.
Nah, see.
Like, oh, you look 19. Nah, shorty, you look 42. You got bags under them Johns. Like, that's why I really respect real women, because they don't act shit like that. If you're a real woman, you're not asking how old do I look. You're not asking do I look good in this dress. You know you look good in that dress, and if you like that dress, fuck everybody else's opinion. But asking somebody else for reassurance is dead not helpful.
The only game I probably won't play is, oh, how much you think I weigh type shit. That's a game I won't play. But if you ask me how old I look, it's a free for all.
Don't you ever ask me, do I look like I'm getting fat in this dress? Don't you ever ask that.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Because when my weight is shifting as a man, I'm not saying nothing about my weight. Like you saw me last year, bro. Pandemic, I blew up, bro. I gained like 100 pounds. I did not ask nobody, hey, y'all, you think I look fat in this shirt? Like, I know I look fat in this shirt, and I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want nobody to tell me about it. I hate when I bumped into people I didn't see in a while, because the first thing people tell you when you bump into them is, yo, you got big.
You get big.
Like, who you talking to like that? First of all, that's mad disrespectful. Why is the first thing you gonna say to me, a person that you haven't seen in a minute, that I got big? Why can't we just lie to each other? Because I be seeing people and they be looking crazy and I don't say nothing. I seen one of my homegirls, she had stains all over her clothes. I was just like, damn, she going through a rough time. And I said that in my head. You know what she said to me? Ew, Church, you got fat. How you gonna say that to me and you got stains on you? Oh, man, maybe it's how you raised, bro. I don't know who raised these niggas. That's fatherless behavior. When you see people act fake cordial, keep it moving. But people want to bump into you and give you their fucking opinions. I don't like that shit. Keep that shit to yourself, bro. Oh, this nigga doing. This nigga doing Yo Kane.
Let me get some tissue.
He trying to make me believe he got allergies. Fuck out of here. You just did a bump? Nah, I just got allergies for the first time in my life, and I hated it, bro. For 3 weeks, my skin was irritated, my eyes. I didn't know what was happening to me. It was painful. I'm like, yo, this what y'all been going through? Because I really thought y'all was doing coke. I really thought everybody who had allergies for 2 weeks, we hardly get sick for 2 weeks. So I was not believing that people allergies could last that long.
It lasts the whole season. It kind of dies out like in the summer. Sometime in the summer, it just magically just goes away 1 week.
I don't know, because for the last 3 weeks, I was messed up. It's calmed down now, but I'm scared that if it come back.
Like I was on the verge of giving my cat. I got a cat from the ASPCA. I was on the verge of giving the cat back because I thought it was like the cat giving me my allergies. I'm still not sure.
Yo, bro, you cannot give a cat back to ASPCA.
Why?
If it's canceled.
If it's triggering my allergies, what I'm supposed to do?
You should have known that before you got the cat.
But I never had allergies towards cats. I always grew up with cats. That's the thing. I grew up with cats all my life. Now I have a cat, and it's
I mean, that's a hairy ass cat though.
Yeah, and it has like a different texture fur. Like,
bro, you cannot take your cat back to the ASPCA. I don't care if you have allergies. I don't care if she make you sneeze. Can you imagine picking up a kid from the orphanage and just bringing them back?
Nah, but who have allergies towards a kid?
It don't gotta be allergies, but still, people bring people back to foster homes.
Yeah, if the child is a menace to society, what you gonna do?
You have to be there for the child. My child is a menace to society.
And that's a child. We talking about a cat. Well, to adopt a child, you have to go through like parent training classes and make sure your finances right, your home is right. I paid $5 to adopt a cat because they were trying to get rid of all the cats that was in the shelter at that time.
I mean, to adopt a kid, they pay you. Like, you know what's wild? I almost was in foster care for a while. Like, I was in foster care, but I basically kept getting shifted around through my family versus, like, the group home.
Okay.
Like, the group home foster care system is a whole different situation. So I technically was in foster care. I think I went to a group home for, like, a couple nights, and then they put me with different family members. To be honest, they probably should just left me in foster care because my family situations wasn't that different from a foster care situation. But I always think about that, like, damn, like, how do you feel as a person to just return your foster child? Like, even when the people be like, oh, they only foster for like 3 months, 6 months. I'm like, I know it's for a check, but I just don't understand the process. It's not a scam. They taking the kids from the family because the family couldn't take care of them, and then they put them with foster families who can't take care of them.
They only fostering them because it's temporarily. Like, just to keep them out of the structure of being in a facility, they just foster care them for the time being until they get adopted out to another home. So it's like you try to move them from a home setting to another home setting.
They only fostering them for a check, though.
Some people.
Majority of people.
Like, I remember one of my counselors from school, she adopted some kids, and like she had a good job. She was a correctional fool. Okay, she was a correctional. She was
now it's your turn. Fuck out of here.
Bro, and she had a good paying job. Like she was working at the school like part time, but she was a correctional officer, and I would assume like
That
she
she
gets
took
a
care
good
of.
she get a good check, and all the kids lived in a nice environment. They was clean, so I'm like she used the money,
To
to
take care
something
of them.
good because I'm looking at them and they all clean, their hair's done.
And that's like a 1 in a million story. I feel like a lot of the foster horror stories we hear be wild, bro. Like even people I personally know. One of my friends, he was a foster kid growing up. He explained to me like why he had a stutter because he always spoke with a stutter, and it was like when he got home off the bus every day, his foster mother would beat him. There was no reason to her beating him. She just did, and she whooped him in the most worst ways in the shower with wires. And it's like he has a stutter for the rest of his life. He has a certain form of PTSD that he still has to deal with. And we're 30 years old.
Damn.
And I think of stories like that and I'll be like, damn, bro, like how much is foster care even really helping anybody?
Even like ACS. Like I know a few moms and a few fathers who shouldn't even have their kids because like the wild shit that they do, and it's like ACS didn't pick up on that yet.
In this generation, what messes me up too is how much mothers like lose their children to the system and then they go and just have another baby and then they lose that baby to the system and then they go on to their life and have another baby and then they lose that baby to the system. Why you keep having babies?
But see, when it comes to women and kids, it's like if I speak on certain things, I'll get canceled.
I don't care. That's a topic I feel strongly about. So y'all could cancel me. I'm never gonna understand that whole ideology. Now, at the same time, I understand that people lose their kids in different situations. I've known people who lost their kids for literally nothing, and they fought so hard to get their kids back. But the majority of parents do lose their children and just go on to have other children. I mean, I had a friend who used to go to the library every day with my laptop. And I never understood why. He just would go to the library. And I used to think to myself, like, what are you doing in the library? He just was searching for his father and his mom. And it's sad because he actually found them. I was so happy for him because he spent so much time at that library every day consistently trying to find his family. And when he did, it was good for, first couple months. And then his family started trying to extort him for money. And they ended up being not who he thought they would be. And it's kind of messed up because I think that we shouldn't even search for people.
No, you want closure. I remember when I was looking for my father, and he ghosted me when I was 4, and I found him when I was like 27, and I went online and it was like a blogger, and she had like I guess a free account to search people in the world.
Yeah.
So I gave her my father information, and she typed it in, and she gave me like leads of 4 possible people that could be my father. So I hit each one up, and one of them had like an alias that had my same last name, not alias, but his wife.
Yeah.
So I guess he got married, has the same last name as me. So I went to Facebook and I typed in that name of the wife, and I found the wife. So I hit the wife up, and I was like, I didn't know it was the wife at first, but I hit her up, asked her, "Do you know such and such?" And she was like, "That's crazy. Like we've been looking for you for all these years." Rah rah rah.
His wife was looking for you.
Well, the family, like she included my pops too, but probably she took on the role.
He wasn't looking.
Nah, he wasn't looking because when he left us, when I say us, he left me and my mom's in the neighborhood, the same childhood neighborhood like well when you came to America. So this was like all your friends from back in the days, Jamaicans. It wouldn't have been
If
hard.
he was
Yeah.
looking, he could have found you.
Yeah. But like to this day, she's the one who reaches out the most. Like, hey, we having this event or we miss you, come back down, we want to see you. So she always been the one to keep up the momentum of trying to see me. Like him, he just still goes. So I'm like,
So when you first met him, like what was your interaction? Like how did you feel? Like
it was awkward. Like, hey, what's up? Hey.
Did y'all have that adult conversation where like he apologized for not being there?
No, he didn't take accountability. He took accountability as far as I was young and I fucked up, the stuff that your moms was telling you, like over the years, what happened is true. So believe her. So I'm like, okay, this whole time my mom told me what it was.
I think a lot of kids in that situation, they grow older and they start getting mad at their mom because they're like, it got to be something else. My father
like
wouldn't just
there's
leave.
something much more. Like, could my mom be lying to me about certain parts? No, he was like, nah, believe her. He's like, believe her. I was like, wow. and good thing my mom was not even the type to throw dirt on your name, because it's like at this point it's like you lost.
Yo, that's crazy.
You told me to just believe it. Like
that nigga kept it a buck. Yo, oh, what your mom told you? Believe that. I ain't want you, nigga. Like what?
I was like, yo, but he was like, yo, I was young, shit happens. Nah, because it's like you feel like a piece of you is missing. So it's like you just want to fill that whatever void you think you might have.
I think it's
now
crazy.
I look back at it, I'm like, it didn't make sense. It don't make sense. Like,
it don't make sense, bro. Because I be seeing people online all the time, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Somebody's like fighting with a man who doesn't want to be a father. Like,
I'm not doing that.
That's crazy to me. Like, this man doesn't want you. Like, why would you want him to want you? And I understand mentally. Now, if you want to search and kind of give it a try, like reach out and see how they pull back, okay. But if you don't pull back, I'm going to feel crazy. Because personally, I wouldn't have that. We probably got to fight. Like, we're going to have to shake, bro. Because I'm going to be mad embarrassed. Like, hey, dad, if you're reading this, I'm your son. And you just like, nah.
Like in my head, I was like kind of imagining like, yo, you're a big man now. Let's go to the bar and have a drink.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how it should be.
Not even to say, yo, let's go play some basketball or let's play some sport. I'm not even expecting that. Like, that's too much. I'm too big to be.
Let's go to the bar and talk.
Let's chop it up. Nah. Like, we was talking. I'm like, damn, my pops is kind of boring. Like, I thought I was gonna have like a lit pops. Like,
isn't it wild to like have a image of a person in your head for so long, and then you meet them and they don't live up to your expectation? I think it's kind of fucked up. Like, it's the same thing when you meet celebrities. Probably like, oh, I really looked up to you when I was a kid, and you really just an asshole.
No. What fucked me up was like there's a whole man I look just like. Like I look just like this man. That fucked me up. Like,
no, I personally I couldn't dip on my kids, but I do think I have a child in the Dominican Republic.
Okay,
that's unfortunate, and it's crazy because I was dating this girl from POF. This is why I tell people don't get on these damn apps. I met her on POF. She was from Queens. She's Dominican. We hook up a couple times. I found out that she was talking to a lot of dudes on POF, and she was even hooking up with Sparks. She was about to hook up with Sparks that be on the podcast. And she's like, no, me not talk to no Sparks. I don't know him. My Spanish was not up to par to her Spanish. She hardly spoke English. I don't know how we was connecting, but we was connected. A couple months later, she ended up saying like, yo, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh, crazy, wow. Because I always wore protection, but I was like, maybe it broke. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Cool, let's get a test. And she was like, why don't they test? Why don't they? I don't, that's not even how Spanish people sound.
I'm just here for the ride. Like
I'm ODing. I'm ODing right now. Like, but she was like, Papi, I don't need no test. You don't need no test. It's your baby. She would not get a test with me. She would not like let me see the baby. She ended up dating some girl and like had a lesbian relationship, and fuck that, it's a long story. Anyway, I finally get this girl to agree to a test after like 3 years, right? She finally agrees to give me the test, and then she sends the baby to DR. She just sent the baby to DR, bro. He lives in DR now. He's like 8.
Damn, she shipped him away ASAP.
And she still live here. And then had a baby with another girl. Like, she's raising a baby in a relationship with another woman. Even though he had blue eyes and blonde hair, it could have been my baby. And I feel bad about that because I'm never going to know. Like, she sent that baby to Dominican Republic. He's been there for like 5 years. He don't speak no English. And I hit her up one time. I was like, yo, like, you know, I kind of feel a way that you did that. And she was just like, don't ask me no questions. I don't care. I'm doing a voice again. But she's just like, don't ask me no questions. I don't care. Like, I always knew that it wasn't my baby, but in my head, it still bothers me because it's a possibility just because you told me that could be my baby.
No, it's nothing for you to feel bad about. Like, you're going to still take the father role and embrace him. But the truth is, like, your mom took you to DR.
She sent you to DR. She didn't go to DR with you. She's still here in New York.
Like, you're going to see, like, okay, you was in a whole different country from mad young, and I'm in here, this country. So it's like, your mom clearly pulled a fast one.
But he won't come back like, Papi, why you let me? Why you let me, Papi? Papi, I miss you. Nah, I'm Panamanian. Y'all can make these jokes. Fuck out of here. Like, but to have a parent that kind of just abandoned you and kind of got up out of there, I wonder how that might make you feel. I've had friends who literally had their dad living 1 block away. That's bugged out. Like, he abandoned you and had the nerve to stay in the same neighborhood. like what? Like, you see him on a regular and he just don't talk to you, or he give you a head nod. That's crazy to me. I'd rather take the drug addict parents, because I'm like, at least I know y'all had an issue. Y'all had an illness. Y'all was struggling with something. But you being up the block from me my whole life, and I'm seeing you when I go to the corner store, or I see you walk past the park, that is
That's
crazy. That's too much for you to deal with as a kid.
Nigga said to see it pops up the block.
Like, for real, bro. I was chilling with my boy one day, and his pops literally lived up the block from him. And I remember we was mid-conversation talking about something, and he just stopped. You see him get kind of pale, and you know what I'm saying? And he kind of shut down. And I'm like, yo, what's up? He like, nah, my pops just walked by. And I look back, and I see the dude, and I'm like, why you ain't talk to him? He like, he don't talk to me. Like, that's traumatic. Like,
That's crazy when you start a whole family, and the family that you start don't even know that you had a prior family. So it's like you just started a whole fresh slate.
bro, just know they was doing that in the 80s. It's literally documentaries about people that had 2 families at one time. Like, how did you maneuver that? Like, how do you go to one family for a couple months, couple weeks, and then you leave, act like you're going on a trip to another family? And to have 2 different wives and a whole bunch of kids on 2 different sides, and you just don't feel bad about it.
And nobody knows about each other.
Exactly.
So you got a dog on this side and you got a cat on that side, like 2 different family cats.
2 different realities. Like, I wonder if you use the same name. Like, do you tell the other people your real name, or
Nah, I don't think you can.
can you?
Because if one find about the other, they're gonna go off a names basis. So it's like, you know, such and such. So the name basis, like, I guess you cut that out.
But that's how you know nobody gave a fuck in the 70s and 80s. Like, you can't just start 2 families. Like, it's not even okay. Like, you started 2 families. It doesn't make any sense. Because you have a family over here, you have a family over there. How are you funding both of these families? That's how you know you didn't need a lot to have a family back in the day. Because if you had 2 families and you were supporting both families equally, you're flying back and forth, that's a lot of money to put into cheating. But we appreciate y'all. We definitely gonna be back next week. And we see y'all then. All right, we out.
Fresh.